you guys are having an amazing day. Today I'm going to be showing you guys sort of my everyday makeup look. This is the look that I do in the mornings for school, for work. I come sit here on my vanity, half asleep, still nowhere near fully awake. I do this to help make me look just a little bit more awake because, you know, we need that. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette for just some simple eyeshadow. Okay, so starting this look off, if you guys know me and if you guys watch my videos, you know I always start with my eyeshadow first. This is just a personal preference, just so I don't mess up any concealer or foundation or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids first, just with some concealer. This is actually a Amazing Cosmetics Perfection Stick. This is so busted, it's melted and it's just a mess, but this is in the shade medium. And I'm just going to apply this over the lid area just to give a little bit of coverage and also to help prime for the concealer we're going to be using. Wow, I look ridiculous. So taking this gorgeous Morphe 350 palette, if you don't have this in your life, what are you doing? You need this, it's a necessity. I'm going to be working with the orangey tones. So first, as my transition color, I'm going to be going into this shade right here. This is just like a medium tone brown. I'm going to be throwing this all over the lid and in the crease. I usually do about 2 layers of this shade just to get a nice even coverage everywhere. Once I have that as just like a very simple light wash of color, I'm going to go into the shade right below it, which is this one right here. It's a little bit more orange. Next, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is a light orange as well. And guess what? I'm going to be doing the same exact thing. So pack it onto the lid. And this is super messy, like the messiest eye look ever, meaning it's super easy. I'm going to be taking some white shadow and just pack it onto the brow bone, just because I feel like I brought that orange up a bit too high. So I'm going to pack it on here and then just work on blending it down. That's literally it. That's all I do. Next step, just to give my lashes a little bit of definition, I'm going to be taking an angled brush and any dark brown. You can even use your bronzer, use anything you have. I'm going to be going into this dark brown right here, and I'm going to be picking up with my angled brush. I'm going to be applying some mascara. This is my all-time #1 favorite mascara. I've tried different ones and nothing compares to the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. It lasts all day, it separates your lashes really nicely, and it doesn't crumble. My #1 mascara. So I'm going to do a couple coats of this and we will be done with the eyes. Okay, so to prime my skin, since I am oily, like no joke, I am going to be using the Makeup Forever mattifying primer. So I just take a small amount of this and I put it in the parts where I get oily, which is my T-zone. So forehead, nose especially, cheek area, and then whatever's left I'll put it on the chin. Now for foundation, I am going to be trying out the Monae Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I used to use this a couple months back, but I really don't know why I just stopped using it. So I'm going to give it another try. This is in the shade 03. I literally haven't used it and look at this. It's literally liquid. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to first go into the NYX Dark Circle Corrector to correct just a bit because, you know, in the mornings we're looking a little rough. So we need some corrector before the concealer. Okay, I'm going to use the NYX HD concealer in the shade CW04. Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer. This is in the shade 240 Fair Light Neutral, and I'm just going to pop it right here just to add a tiny bit of brightness to the skin, but not too much. I'm going to be taking Benefit High Beam. This is the liquid highlighter that looks exactly like a nail polish, but it isn't. It's a cream highlight, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of this underneath my powder highlight just to make it pop a little bit and also to make it last a little longer. Before I go in and bake my under eyes, because I do bake most of the time just because it just makes your concealer last so much longer and look so much more flawless. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and set the cream highlight, because if I don't set it with another highlight, what's going to happen is once I bake my under eyes, the translucent powder is going to set on top of the cream highlight, so it's not going to be as intense as I would want it. So to set that highlight, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. This is a, what is it called? I think it's Baked Highlighter, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the Baked Highlight in the shade Moonlight Pearls. Okay, so I'm going to go in and set, bake, whatever you want to call it, the concealer. I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer. I'm going to be using the Airspun translucent powder. Mine's literally almost out. I'm scraping this to get the last of it out. It's that good. I've used it all. So I'm just going to apply it with my damp beauty blender. Go in and set those under eyes. And then I bring it up to the nose, just because, like I said earlier, my nose gets super oily and baking it will help that oil, and we'll try to prolong it as long as possible. So I'm just gonna bake, and then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna go over the foundation just to set it a little more. To bronze up my skin, first I'm gonna go into the ColourPop Skinny Dip Super Shock Cheek in the shade Skinny Dip. To set that, I'm going to go into the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is the medium deep bronzer, and I'm just going to lightly go over that just to add some definition and some contour to our skin. And then whatever's left again on the forehead. Okay, so once that powder has been setting there for a couple minutes, just go ahead and dust it away to reveal the flawless under eye. So next, my highlight is just not where I want it to be yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my skin with some Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray, and then I'm going to go on top again with the e.l.f. just to give it a little bit more intensity, just because I personally like that. So I just spritz a couple sprays, and then right before it's dry I go in again with the highlight. There we go. There she is. For blush, since I don't normally wear a lot of blush, I'm just going to take this brush. It does have a little bit of leftover blush from the other times I've used it, and I'm just going to lightly. So for the lower lash line, it's just going to be super simple. I'm going to throw a nude liner in the lower waterline to help open up our eyes and help us look a little bit more awake. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. This has a little bit of leftover product on it, and I'm just going to run it underneath to add a little bit of definition, but not too much. And then coat your lower lashes with mascara, a light coat. As far as lipstick goes, you do your own thing. I don't know what lip I want to do. Okay, so to line my lips, I am taking Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K lip pencil. So I filled my lips in. I'm going to top it off with this Clinique matte lipstick. This is in the shade 01 Blushing Pop, and it's just such a pretty nudie pink color. So I'm just going to apply that all over on top. Be careful when you're doing this. Make sure not to rip your real eyelashes out. Okay, so this is the final look. This is super simple. It just helps get you looking a little bit more together. So this is how the final look came together. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and leave this video a big thumbs up. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and do not forget that you guys are beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.